All right, welcome to day 15. I got a little ahead of myself and poured my whiskey before I started shooting the video. I was just kind of excited about it, jumped the gun a little bit. Glengoyne. Now, Glengoyne is fun. Glengoyne has been going since, illegally since the early 1800s. First legally since 1833. And in 1907, officially renamed to the Glengoyne Distillery. Now, I made the mistake of going on their website, and they labeled this 21-year-old Glengoyne Christmas cake. And now I can't get that out of my head. And so I'm kind of excited to try it, but I'm also a little like, I already have something in my brain. And I'm not going to be able to forget that. And yeah, damn it, they're right. Raisin, like a rum raisin Christmas cake. Oh, yeah. Citrus notes in there. Oh, this is an interesting whiskey. This is, wow, this has got 4 or 5 things going all at once. I've always liked Glengoyne. I've got a couple of their other expressions in the vault here, but I don't have the 21. So this is fun. Now, I'm not going to tell you much about the whiskey. I'm just going to drink it. I'm going to tell you a story that was on their website that I thought was hilarious. And I love these kinds of things. I don't know why people don't talk about this more. And they really should have named a whiskey after this or done something. I guess they're doing an age statement, so they're not going to rename their whiskeys. But it's such a fun story. I'm glad someone went to the effort to put it on the website. So in, I think it was 2004, so the island of Islay, right, which has all the Islay whiskey, smoky, aggressive, Bruichladdich, Laphroaig, Ardbeg, so on. They hold the Islay Whiskey Festival. And never gotten to go, always wanted to go. Someday it's going to happen. But in 2004, during the Islay Whiskey Festival, Glengoyne Highland Whiskey commandeered Teora, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, a pirate ship. And they parked it right off the coast on the docks at Islay with a ship's belly full of unpeated Highland whiskey right in the middle of the Islay Whiskey Fest. And they flew the Jolly Roger, and as sort of a challenge. I think that's hilarious. And essentially what happened was a whole bunch of people ended up getting to go hang out on the boat. They got their Islay whiskey countrymen to join them and drink some Glengoyne, and even in the middle of the Islay Whiskey Fest. And at the end of it, this is the best quote. At the end of it, the Islay whiskey maker said, "Yes, that was a lot of fun, but try it again and we'll break your legs." I love that. Freaking whiskey stories. We need more of these things, right? These stories are so much more fun than in 1827, grandfather so-and-so, yeah. Let's go more with the Dalmore Stag stories and the Glengoyne pirate ship stories. I freaking love that kind of thing. That's a whiskey story. And I haven't even tried this yet. Oh, so that's disappointing. Sorry, Glengoyne. I'm going to add some water to this and hopefully complicate it a little bit. This is so smooth. It's practically invisible. I almost didn't taste anything. I mean, there's that definite raisin component. And there's definitely that. I'm going to drink water out of this. See if I can start over. I was so disappointing because the nose is beautiful. The nose is dramatic and complicated. It has all these different variants in it. You could just smell that whiskey all day long. But, I mean, it is 21 years old. I get that. It's not a young whiskey, but it's so rounded. And so if you really love smooth whiskeys, you may have just stumbled onto one of your favorite whiskeys of all time, because that is pretty magical. There's sort of a sour bitterness or a sourness to the end of that. Let's get some water in there so I can crack some of the oils out. See what happens next. Maybe I'll get a little more interesting, making it a little more aggressive. It is a, yeah, it's only 43%. Oh, okay. Still very mellow, still very friendly, but it's getting better. There is a bitterness to it that actually reminds me of bitters. If you've ever had a Manhattan or a cocktail with a dash of bitters, and you get to where you can taste the bitters, right? So you have your drink, it's slightly sweet, and at the end, you can go, oh, there's the bitters. I'm actually tasting that right now. I'm actually tasting like if I had dropped a drop of bitters into this whiskey. It's very interesting. It kind of lingers on the tongue. Nope, that was too much water. It went back to smooth and pretty. So 2 drops of water, or that's probably about 4 or 5 drops in each one of those straw amounts. That's the magic spot in this one for me. This one, I get why they call it a Christmas whiskey. I still think Dalmore is a little more my style for rich, right? Because Dalmore is a Christmas that involves wood and leather chairs and cigar smoke and pipe smoke. This is a Christmas that involves, pretty Christmas trees and decorations and adorable children running around in the background kind of Christmas whiskey. This is a family-friendly Christmas whiskey. It's great. It's a great whiskey if you like that kind of thing. For me, not my preference, which is disappointing because, I like Glengoyne. But it's okay. It's going to be someone else's cup of tea. I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.